a couple of times each. 1-1 and has been in every single game that they've played tonight. So maybe a little unlucky with their record tonight.
Yeah, they're a great team to come up against. As you said, have played some teams multiple times, but they're definitely not a team to underestimate. As mentioned before, Ollie in the circle tonight, and she's a phenomenal pitcher, and she definitely holds her own despite her age.
Beat Port last Wednesday, lost to Glenelg on Saturday. West Torrens lost 1-0 to Walkerville on the weekend. Couldn't seem to get any momentum against Caudle, but were able to stay close enough with some pretty sound defence. That is Ollie Durham pitching the first pitch to Maddie Scott in the left-handed batter's box. You've both played against both teams?
Yep, very strong teams. Definitely a tough game, but they're the best games, I think. They test everyone's defence and both good pitching, so it's good when you face some good pitching.
Maddie Scott up the top of the order for West Torrens, and Amber Hood bats 2. She's waiting in the on-deck circle, and Lana Kaysler hits 3. It's down and away for a ball, 2-1 count. The other games on tonight. First place 7th, Walkerville versus Hills. We'll bring updates as we go throughout the night, but interestingly enough, Hills beat Walkerville in round 1-1-0.
Yeah, that was a game that
Zali pitched.
Yeah, Zali pitched.
Zali Summers.
Yeah, and she's an incredibly good pitcher, and yeah, just came away with the win that night.
You've played against Zali at Nationals before.
Yeah, yep. We've faced her in both grand finals. She's a very solid pitcher, and it's always a good battle. And she's honestly just a great person as well. Off the field, the whole team's beautiful, and it's always good facing them and then, you know, being enemies on the field and then coming together at the end of the game. It's good fun.
That's softball for you. We can be enemies on the diamond and then best friends later.
Low for a ball, and it count goes full. Maddie Scott fouled the previous one off. Big aggressive swing. Bit windy tonight. You might hear it in the mics and the effects.
Maddie's definitely dangerous in that box, and she's got the speed, got the power as well, and she's not going to cause too many issues of the walk until she gets on base and starts running.
Low for a base on balls. Ollie Durham pitching to Sarah Tonkin. Tash Straps at first. Rachel Tonkin at second. Abby Weir at third. Maddie Cameron at short. Outfield left to right. Ashton Mensforth, Belinda White, Abby Kennedy. Big bench for Sturt tonight. Riley Moore, Hannah Hutchison, Hannah Robson 2, Lily Morris and Eleanor Morris. That's your Sturt lineup. This is Amber Hood, shows bunt. Fouls this one off. Just got underneath it a little. What's important when you're squaring up to bunt?
You just definitely want to get it down. And it's hard, though, because you never know spin of pitches. You never know where it's going to come. But, getting a bunt down, as long as it hits the ground, the runner is pretty much almost safe to start their run all the way across.
Low for a ball, and Maddie Scott just trips. Pick up attempt. It's bounced off the helmet of Maddie Scott, and she will take the fortunate extra base. Fortunate for West Torrens, just deflecting off the top of the helmet.
She'll have a good laugh about that. You know, her legs came from underneath her, and you know that's Maddie for you. She's willing to have a giggle during a game as well. It's rare for her to fall over as well.
Just a look on the Sporties Bar replay. 1-1 count. Runner is in scoring position, and
it's a good pitch.
Amber Hood leaves that one alone, up and away. Amber's got great speed. She's got very good. We're just sort of fixing something here. She drills one to Maddie Cameron, and the double plays made. Maddie Scott took an extra couple of steps off the hit. Cameron gets it across to Rachel Tonkin in time. Here's a look at the Bar replay.
It's a great reaction from Maddie as well, like having to know exactly where she's going to go after she gets that line drive as well.
It's a good shot by Amber. It's unfortunate Maddie's nice and tall.
And incredibly quick too.
All of a sudden, 2 out. Lana Kaysler to the box, and Ollie Durham fires that one in for a called strike. Just like that, momentum changes.
It can be so mean, like one hit, and you can wipe everything that you've worked so hard for.
And Cameron fielding pretty close to the line as well. She's not giving the West Torrens players any room there at shortstop.
She's got a good arm, so she could definitely field back, but I mean, aggressiveness is super important, and wait till one gets past her and then she can reassess.
I think Lana's reaction by that pitch, she appreciated that little change up then.
Well, she's Ollie's schoolgirls coach. So it's a different dynamic, isn't it? Like, you come up into the box against someone that you've coached before, you think you sort of know them.
Do you ever truly know them? And you're like, yep, but did I teach you that? You should be calling that against me? Or like, what are we going through? Or it's always a bit of fun as well when you come up against, players you've played with or people you've coached or being coached by.
And Ollie Durham's never been one to let the situation get to her either. She always looks so cool.
Yeah, always cool, calm, and collected.
Kaiser gets under this one, fouls it off to the right side. Keeps herself alive in the count.
I do have to agree with you. I don't think I've ever seen Ollie flustered in any point. She's holds her own really well up there. A great split screen here, and she just does her job, goes about what she needs to do, and does it really well.
Kaiser gets a nice piece. It's a hit up the middle. Belinda White at centre field for the Falcons. You heard that right.
Say she's not like she's got a weak arm or anything. She's got to do some damage out there, I reckon.
Let's a look on the Sporties Bar replay. 24 screens, booth seating, digital darts, shuffleboard. They've got non-stop live sport, and there's always something to watch up on the big screen. Sporties Bar is the place to be this summer. Emma Burridge in the box now for West Torrens, hitting for. West Torrens have had a pretty good start. A base on balls, line drive from Amber Hood. Lana Kaiser a single, but there is 2 out. He's one of the unsung heroes for West Torrens, I reckon. 364 batting average on the season, a 462 on base average.
Yeah, she's definitely underrated. She's always hits good spots, and when she makes contact, she definitely hits alleys and gaps, and she's very dangerous. And she's got some wheels too, so she can run the bases quick.
She's definitely a player that can make you pay. And she's certainly, as you said, she's got wheels of her own, and
goes deep in the count.
She's one of those players that when she gets on, she's dangerous, and in the box, she's just as dangerous.
Swinging on the 3-1. Burridge will reset. Runner at first with 2 out. Payoff pitch, so runner will go. Fouls it off. Plate umpire tonight, Toby Sadler. Behind the plate for his first Premier League plate umpiring appointment. He's been on a couple of games already this season on bases. Pete Fairley's at first and Steve Wallace-Yarrow at third for the Blues tonight. Ground ball to where it goes between her legs, as Kaiser will be happy with second base. So another piece of the ball for West Torrens. Get it in play. Things will happen. Here's a look at the Sporties Bar replay.
And now you've got runners on first and second with Hoyle coming up. So Sturt will want to get themselves out of this one. Dangerous hitter. Got some quick wheels on the bases. And you have Tara Lord on next, so it doesn't get any easier.
No, it certainly does not, and shows what, if you put things in play, things will happen.
Sophie Hoyle watches the first one called Strike. Swings the Eastern Ghost.
It's a good looking bat, I'm not going to lie.
Very nice bat.
It's a piece to Maddie Cameron at shortstop and fires it across to Tash Straps for the 3rd out. So plenty happening in that inning, but Sturt hold defensively very well in the end and keep West Torrens at bay, denying them. Here's a look at the Sporties Bar replay.
Maddie's done really well. Sometimes it can be distracting having a runner pass in front of you, but she's remained calm and just nice and easily thrown it over to Tash.
Ollie will be happy to get out of that one. She didn't look very very flustered, but there would be some sort of nerves going on inside.
I think it's definitely one of those games, as you can see. We even have the Futures League down here tonight, and it's great to see both diamonds active at all 3 diamonds, both 2 softball and a baseball diamond active tonight, and shows that this is still alive and pumping even on a Wednesday night.
Even on a Wednesday. Hey, I just want to acknowledge the elephant in the room here. The Gawler and District Softball Association represented tonight. No less than 10 people involved in this game have had some involvement out at Gawler Districts. Jess and Becky, Kangas and Blue Jays.
Yes.
Yep.
Steve Wallace Yarrow. Jordan and Lana started at the Giants.
Yep.
Talia Sutton, Caitlin Holt, Tara Lord, Sue Norris scoring for Sturt tonight, and I had a season as a coach at the Blue Jays.
Even Hayley Mayer used to play for Trinity out in Gawler. Brooke Bethune from Walkerville used to play out.
Right, so they'll be over on Diamond 2
they'll be on Diamond 2 tonight.
So at least a dozen that have played out in Gawler or been involved out in Gawler. So shout out to those that go out to Carbeethan Reserve every Saturday. And
Yep, the new facilities there looking pretty good.
That looks so good.
with the light tower on the inside of the dome.
Both of them, yeah.
Let's not get into that part, but
no, council's done the right thing. They're going to make a move. There's the West Torrens lineup there on screen. Talia Sutton, ball in hand, one of those from Gawler and Districts, and here comes the brightest shoes in the league, Sarah Tonkin.
Brightest and oldest.
I think it's her second pair, someone told me.
Oh, really?
So
Yeah, she had
surely-
duct tape on one of the pairs, I'm fairly sure.
I think we've all done that, held a good pair of cleats together with a bit of duct tape.
Having another elite season, Sarah Tonkin hitting .438 on the season. 5 walks, .591 on base percentage, and no strikeouts. She's a tough out, and she bats 1,000 with runners in scoring position. How about that for a
That's
stat?
some good stats.
And just as you pump up a player, she's going to beat that out. Just a slight fumble there over at first base. Maddie Scott did well to trap the ball, fired it across. It was fairly low. Sarah Tonkin is aboard.
And that shows, once again, she puts it in play. Maddie's got over really, really well there and fired it over to Hoyle there. And it's just slightly one hot Hoyle, but she did really well to recover that quickly.
Doesn't help that Sarah has wheels as well. She's really quick.
Bunts laid down, Kaiser across to Burridge. Rachel Tonkin, who's also having a brilliant year. We'll get to her stats later in the game, but lays down the perfect sacrifice bunt. Here's another look on the Sporties Bar replay.
Yeah, the Tonkin sisters 1-2, and both of them can do damage to you. And Rachel shows just there how effective a bunt is to move players around.
Yeah, because now you got Belle White hitting. You got a runner in scoring position.
For a ball. Now, Rachel Tonkin actually did well the pitch before because it came in fairly high. Sutton did the right thing. She pitched it hard and high and make it as difficult as possible for the batter, but she just nailed it, got it down well, put the runner in score position for the champ. Here she is, 3-time Cath Coral medalist. Bunch of premierships with Sturt. Olympian.
Just casually throw
Never
that in there.
ends.
I think she's got something ridiculous like 8 state MVPs, Lorraine Brown trophies as well, just to
Doesn't surprise me.
As I say, certainly wouldn't surprise me at all.
and a national championship as well, 2022.
Interesting to see what happens here and how they play against Belle. And she's, as we all know, she can hit a ball a very, very long way. But she's also incredibly smart and can play that short game as well.
You really have to pitch around the zone to her.
You can't leave anything middle. She will make you pay so badly for it.
Yep.
I've unfortunately been on the end of one of those 1 or 2 times, but and that's why she's one of the most respected players in our game, because she is one of the best, if not the best.
Sits on the change-up. It hits 800 with runners in scoring position. Does it again on this occasion. Scores the first run of the ball game. Belinda White single with an RBI, and Sturt have the early lead.
See, we're right there, and she's come through, absolutely punched that through the third base and shortstop hole, and Sarah was on the move from the moment that
her
hit
head
the
was
bat.
down the whole time.
I don't think she missed a step. It's a great throw in as well, but yeah, as we know, Sarah, as we mentioned before, has got incredible wheels of her own.
Well, how's that for a textbook start for Sturt Falcons? Leadoff gets on, 2-hitter sacrifice bunt in the score position, 3-hitter single in the karaoke, RBI. That's how it's done. Here's Maddie Cameron. Clean up, so it's still coming for the Falcons.
This lineup does not ease up. I was going to say, unfortunately, last Wednesday...
she hit 2 over in one game.
She hit 2 over in one game. It was hard being on the other side of that one, but they were absolute rockets. So another batter who can absolutely put one over the fence with ease.
Sturt have 3 hitters 400 or better, Tonkin sisters and White. Maddie Cameron starting to heat up. She was 250, I reckon, about 8 days ago. Add in her 2 games on over the weekend. She's up to 350. She's got 5 RBIs, 5 extra base hits. Killing it.
She's sitting at a 3-0 count now.
It's one of those counts where you are sort of required to do the team thing and see where this one's going to go. And so it'll be interesting to see where Talia puts this one.
Didn't want to give her a look at anything, so Cameron gets a 4-ball walk off the back of RBI single for Belinda White. She trundles over to second base, still with just the 1 out. Up comes Tash Straps.
Tash is, I think, sort of the equivalency of Emma Burridge in a way. She's sneaky with how she plays. She's an incredible batter and great over at first base. And
Very smart.
She's incredibly smart and can absolutely send the ball. She gets onto it, it's going to carry, and you're going to have to be running after it. But yes, a super, super smart player, can play short, can play long, and it's definitely not someone to be underestimated.
Yeah, she's a low-key star of the competition, isn't she? She has represented South Australia in every age group, through juniors into seniors, and made a youth Aussie squad as well. Went to a friendship series. Has played for a few clubs. Moved around a little bit.
I've been lucky enough to be her teammate, and she's great. Super
Was she part of the
supportive.
Seacon Premiership?
I don't believe so. I'm not entirely sure, to be fair.
It was before I got there, so I'm not too sure. But definitely a dangerous player.
I wouldn't be surprised if she was.
Yeah.
I actually can't remember a lot of that team.
Two count, 2 runners on. Fouls it off. Belinda White on the move over at 2.
Tash obviously adjusting now with 2 strikes on her. She wants to just put the ball in play and make something happen as well. A lot of people do that slap motion, and we'll just see what happens here.
It's high. Kaiser's going to play her base and try for the double.
Good play.
Nice play from Kaiser. She had the presence of mind to sit on the ball, wait for it, hustle back to the bag for the force out at 3. Fires it across to Hoyle at first. Let's have a look at the Sporties Bar replay.
And that's another one where, we can get 2 outs in one play and momentum shifts again, and they get out with only 1 run going across the plate.
Good throw from Lana as well.
Becky, you're a corner. You can
Yep.
play either first or third.
Yep. Prefer first, but
Happy with how she played that?
yeah, she did well.
Didn't panic, hey?
No, it looked cool, calm and collect the whole time. And she still made it look like she had so much time. So kudos to Lana and to Hoyle to get in there and for making that look nice as well.
Well, defensively, just like Sturt did in the top of the first, West Torrens were able to roll the double to limit the damage, and Sturt will go into the top of the second inning, leading 1 run to 0, and Sturt get a look at the bottom 4 in the lineup. Don't put this bottom 4 taken for granted. Tara Lord, Abby Luttrell, Talia Sutton, Caitlin Holt, they're all teenagers playing in the Premier League, yeah.
They are certainly, we saw that last time as well when these girls came through and they were doing a lot of damage. They're the next generation coming through, and I think they're definitely in good hands with these amazing players.
And coaching staff.
Gets a piece of the ball, goes opposite field, but Abby Kennedy is there to take the catch. So Tara Lord's the first out of the inning.
That's not always an easy play either at right field with the wind that swirls here at West Beach. That could either blow away from you, it could blow towards the line, it could blow over your head. You never know. So to get under it nice and easy and nice and quickly and remain calm the entire time.
A bit of lateral. Perfect pitch there from Durham, just cuts the outside edge.
She's so good at that, putting it in the corners and just hitting her spots, and it can frustrate you as a batter. I don't know about you, Becky. I know I certainly get a little bit frustrated at how good she is.
Yeah, the talent for both of these young pitchers is just amazing. Like, they've got really, really bright futures, and I'm really excited to see where they can go. Ollie being, only 17, is she?
Well, they're both in the under 18 state team.
They're a diabolical duo.
Ollie Durham with a 3.92 ERA, Talia Sutton with a 2.31 ERA. Talking of teenage talent, this competition definitely has it. And Abby Luttrell will foul that one off to stay alive in the count.
So the amazing girls that are coming through are pushing for those Premier League spots. They're pushing to be in those state teams and pushing for those Aussie squads and such. And we've got great future coming through.
Ground ball to shortstop. Cameron charges it, gets inside the line and fires it across to Straps for the second out.
That's a great take by Tash. They are not easy, and Becky, you could probably back me up on this. They pull you down the line. You've got to stick your toe to the edge of that base.
Try not to get taken out by the runner.
2 quick outs. Got an update from Diamond 2. And it is 5-0 in the third inning in favour of Walkerville. Sutton gets after that one, the first pitch, and just swinging over the top of it.
Talking about the battle of the young pitchers, and they get to face each other right now.
And Ollie's going to lead off the next inning too. So potentially 2 batters in a row, this battle. Tash Straps gets under it to make a good catch. A 1-2-3. Very quick defensive inning for the Sturt Falcons, and they will take some momentum going into the home half of the second. Here's a look at the Sporties Bar replay.
Great early call there by Tash, and got over it drifting towards the fence and made it look really, really easy.
You can just see Sarah there saying, she's clear, being under her. So if it does happen to bobble out, she's there, so she might be able to grab any loose ball.
Now, brand new partner for the broadcast tonight. Obviously, it's brought to you by Aqaba Hotel, and very special thanks to them for our support. But our new partner is Spalms. Spalms is sun protection arm sleeve. Never stop playing. Proudly Australian owned and operated. Specialise in high-tech athletic apparel designed for maximum sun protection. Spalms designs lightweight, breathable and UV protective apparel trusted by elite athletes in sports like golf, even in the LPGA, cycling, archery and now softball. Spalms products will be available for sale from the Diamond Bar and the ASA Canteen. They'll proceed supporting our live stream broadcast. So Spalms, welcome to softball, and they are the sponsor of the Spalms Player of the Game, which, Becky?
I believe I'm presenting it tonight.
Jess is got the duties tonight to present the Spalms Player of the Game. So looking forward to that. I believe there's a voucher as well for that Player of the Game. So thanks to Spalms. Hopefully we can see and hear more from Spalms during the season. Durham goes first pitch. Maddie Scott gets underneath it. Backs back, takes a comfortable catch for the first out. 1 pitch, 1 out.
Yeah, it's great to have another sponsor on the line, and I guess I'm a little bit impartial for a good arm sleeve, so I'll be interested in check them out and have a look at the products.
Especially back in the day we were in the singlets.
Back in the day when the Seacom had the singlets, love good arm sleeve.
The shorts.
Yep. I just realised that we made ourselves sound so old just then, Becky.
Do any of the states still wear shorts? I reckon some of them just changed over the last couple of years, but
ACT used to.
Everyone used to.
Yeah, it's been way too long since I played state for me to remember if they wore shorts or not.
Shows bunt, called strike. This is Ashland men's fourth. I remember coming out to watch the Premier League. It was the knee-high socks. Then you had the knee pads over the top. Then you had the long sliders. The long white sliders underneath the team shorts. So it was like you were wearing
pants anyway.
But 4 different layers.
Oh, good take by Amber.
It's a great take. You know, or if you didn't wear the knee guards, you had the lovely softball tan just off your knees.
And a scuffed up knee.
No, Ashman fourth, great player. Can hit it both sides of the diamond with power.
Goes down swinging. That's the first strikeout of the night. So Sutton, 2 quick outs.
You're definitely a confidence booster getting that strikeout, and hopefully that will give her the confidence just to keep chipping away at the Sturt lineup. And as we said earlier, they're not a lineup who's ever going to give you any room, but she should get that confidence now.
It's a great pitch to Abby.
Abby Weir gets change up first pitch.
Another dangerous hitter. She's in the 23 side. It's going to be good to see what she can do when we're in Brisbane.
Hope it's not too muggy up there for you guys.
We're all expecting it to be very hot, but it's a summer sport. What can you expect?
I unfortunately have never played in Brisbane because the one time we played up in Brisbane, it got washed out. So
Flooded out.
Flooded out severely.
Emergency evacuation.
Yes, it was.
Nice pitching from Sutton. 2 strikeouts to end the second inning, and another 1-2-3 inning. We're flying through this game. 2 strikeouts for Sutton. Let's have a look at the Sporties Bar replay. Thanks to the Arca Bar Hotel. Whether it's a dining experience in the restaurant, catching the latest live action in Sporties Bar, enjoying a comfortable and convenient stay in the accommodation rooms, or being entertained by incredible live performances, you'll always be welcomed at the Arc.
I have to get down there. It sounds really good.
It's really nice.
Well, the state team's awards night will be at the Arca Bar in May, first weekend in May next year. So had to avoid some other events on during that time of the year. The club presentation nights, something called Gather Round, and school holidays, and Easter, and yeah. So we're going to be early May at the Arca Bar Hotel, not in Sporties Bar, but Sporties Bar is still a place to go this summer.
It's a really nice venue. It's absolutely beautiful. I've been there a bit last summer. It was nice.
May have to head down after a game or two.
They do some good events there as well, so check them out on socials.
Caitlin Holt will lead things off here in the top of the third. Interestingly, 1-0 ball game. Both teams, though, have sent 8 to the plate.
Wish I knew more about Caitlin. I played against her, but wish I knew more about her.
Oh. Gets it up the middle, just out of reach of the mega met that Cameron uses at shortstop.
Pretty sure that's her outfield mate, isn't it?
We're going to give that one a single, I think. Green pin to our left. Tula Connolly, Softball SA Hall of Famer and life member, and Marcy Trzynski colouring in the circles tonight.
It's a great
lead off on board for the top of the order now, and Maddie Scott.
Interesting to see what Maddie does. Oh, shows bunt. As we mentioned before, Maddie has got wheels to spare.
Well, she's got the tools, hasn't she? She can rake, she can lay down a running bunt. So, you know, your corners are going to be on edge here because, you know, they're either got a chum charging or they're going to get a line drive back at them.
Yeah,
she's a really dangerous hitter.
I hate playing first base when she comes out swinging.
Yeah, me too. And she pulls a swing like that out, and the ball's going to the fence.
So, 2 pitches she faced. Yeah, she's down 0-2, but she's looked so dangerous already with that running bunt attempt and then that power swing. Needs to rein it in a little.
As a corner, you don't know what to do, really.
Well, now you can just move back with 2 strikes.
Yeah.
Nice pitch, and Scott equally as good. Watches that one. It's down and away.
It's a great idea, putting it away, seeing if Maddie's going to chase there. And Maddie obviously didn't, but it's something you can't always pass up.
Just drags this one to the right side. Rachel Tonkin follows it across and forces out Maddie Scott at first base. But job's done. Caitlin Holt moves over to 2.
She almost beat that out almost from her hit to second base. She got really close there because that's just how dangerous she is. Running or hitting, she's one of those players where you never know. Brings up Amber Hood to the plate with a runner in scoring position.
High up and out, way out of the zone there for ball one. Just probably protecting against potential bunt from Hood, but perhaps with runner in scoring position and Kayser up to bat, they might let her hit here. 2 chances to score that runner from 2 with 2 big hitters.
Talking about Sturt's lineup not easing up, West Torrens is definitely the same. They're a very strong batting lineup, and you know, it's not just a 1, 2, 3 punch, it's 1 all the way through to 9 punch.
That one's in there for a called strike. Well, we mentioned Sturt's top order. West Torrens 4 batting 400 or better. Harris sitting on the bench tonight. Lord, Kayser and Scott not far behind him, Amber Hood. And then you've got that solid middle order in Burridge and Hoyle. Audible from Hood. The big no, I love that from a batter.
Yeah.
It just means they're watching the ball, right?
Yes.
Not guessing.
And she said something funny the ball before that as well. So
Gets after it, fouls it off. Did you hear what she said?
she said that was fat.
That was.
Looks over to Jordan, says, "Oh, that was fat."
I don't know how good producer Brandon is to go back 2 pitches, see if you can get any audible on the batter, but no, we'll be all right. Gets a nice shot to Cameron, who's in the play again, and Straps has to stretch across for that one. So we've got 2 first basemen to my left, so they'll appreciate the work of Straps over at 1. Here's a look at the Sporties Bar replay.
And good on Maddie for checking the runner as well. Made sure Caitlin was going nowhere before she fired it over to Straps.
It's a great stretch by Tash. Those are not easy, and they can always tail away from you. She made that look way too easy.
Kayser has a hit in this game. Low for a ball now. This is the trouble that West Torrens had on Saturday. Anytime they got anyone close or on base, they just had no momentum to, string their hits together, and it's happened again tonight. Denied by a double play early in the first inning. Left 2 runners on in the first. 1, 2, 3 inning on the second. Leadoff gets on here in the third, and the next 2 batters retired. Trying to do it the hard way here, West Torrens.
They're definitely not a team though who will let that get to them though. They'll just keep chipping away and hoping that, they'll start linking together. Sturt might start making any errors or something like that, but they're definitely not a team who's ever going to give up about it.
They hit 318 as a team, 319 team average with runners in scoring position, so about the same. So their batting doesn't change when runners in scoring position.
It's a good approach to have. Always very aggressive.
Going for a ball, and Kayser walks. So, Jess, you got a couple early contenders for the Sparms player of the game. You'd think Belinda White with an RBI single, and Lana Kayser now on twice, a walk and a single.
Yeah, I'm going to have my
work cut out for
me. It's happened both times I've had to choose a player of the game.
And you got 2 really good young pitchers throwing great game.
Yeah, can't go past the pitchers. They're definitely holding both very strong batting lineups close, so it might need your help towards the end, but we'll see what happens.
I'm sure we'll help influence you, Jess.
I don't know, Test Strap's doing pretty well at first.
I was going to say, I'm like, a
bit biased.
Towards first, but that's because...
Not like the crazy game last time you commentated. What, Seacombe came from 5-0 down to win that 6-5?
7-5.
6-5 on the official, I think, because of the...
but both scores...
That
both
one run,
scored.
only the first run only the first run counted.
Yep.
Yeah, that was a crazy game. I was with yourself and Steph, and...
we were talking about the West Torrens players.
West Torrens players, and then all of a sudden I'm running out going, who am I going to grab? And yeah, it was one of those games.
Left you out to dry, didn't we? You had to pick it yourself as
Just a little.
Burridge fouls that one off.
Nothing like keeping you guys on your toes and a bit of spontaneous, who am I going to grab? And it worked really well, and how can you not grab a player who
walks it off?
Yeah.
Well, 2 of your 3 wins so far this season, Becky, is this one is popped up to the right side, and Kennedy comes in and calls out Tonkin to take the catch, denying. West Torrens leave another 2 runners on base, and it is the Sturt Falcons. Here's another look, Sporty's bar replay. Yeah, Becky, 2 come from behind wins for the season.
Yep.
That exciting one against Glenelg, and then you had another win against West Torrens. So your club round this weekend,
Yep.
Seacombe Tigers club round, domestic violence awareness round, playing Hills Heat, Spacequake Sports at 3 p.m. Well, let's have a look at what's happening on Spacequake Sports. Thanks a lot, producer Brandon. You just cut me off. I was going to talk about the club round, and we can see on Saturday, Hills Heat versus Seacombe Tigers, domestic violence round. So we'll talk about that in a moment. Tuesday night, Melbourne Sunshine Under 21 Classic, Chargers versus Hornets. Baseball SA State League, West Torrens Eagles hosting the Woodville Senators. Sure, that one will get plenty of viewers. And then we're back for the main event Wednesday night next week, Hills Heat versus West Torrens Eagles. At 8 p.m. right here on Spacequake Sports. Thanks, Spacequake Sports, just getting the job done, huh?
Always do.
Becky, it looked like you were going to the phone for some more information
Yes,
on
I was.
the club round.
So our club day, we're obviously supporting the Yellow Gate. So anything purchased from our club, it's going straight to that foundation. So please get around it. And obviously that's just supporting domestic violence and get rid of that.
Yeah, it's unfortunately something that still occurs
Yeah.
and can affect anyone. So
Well, the stats are horrible.
Yeah.
And the deaths that happen each day in Australia, it's just like our country is better than that, right?
100%.
And we should lead the world as far as I'm concerned. So, great cause, Becky. We're going to talk about more of that in the inning break because it deserves a little bit more attention. And we'll get back to the live action here. It's Abby Kennedy in the box.
she's a great player when it comes to standing at first. You don't know once again if she's going to drop her, if she's going to absolutely smack it the other way. And
Yep, she loves hitting one down the line.
she loves, and she can place it so perfectly that it's like half a ball away from the line.
Yeah, she's a very dangerous hitter, and she can drop a short ball. Very talented young player. Again, she's in the 23 squad, so it'd be good to see what she can do when we head off to Brisbane. But yeah, dangerous, and she's fast.
Most people in these teams are incredibly fast, and it's so frustrating.
I know.
It's the Premier League, speed kills in the game of softball. It's such a great offensive weapon. Timeout called. Hood and Sutton to get on the same page. Coach Adams just gives Kennedy one quick word. And she moves back, comes back to the box. She's quite comfortable by the looks of things there, Kennedy. She's got a full count, and I wonder if what Amber was saying.
I think in that moment you just want to, as we mentioned before, Talia's quite young, but can hold her own as well. But in that moment, I know you should probably go out, go, hey, you're good, I'm doing well, let's try this, let's
Throw your best pitch.
throw your best pitch,
Trust
go
your
at her.
Got a really good defense. So if she throws onto the plate, you can trust your defense to get the out still.
Too high,
Great
but the
change.
change-up's a good idea after a foul ball, and she'll walk up to first base. Riley Moore's there, all dressed up in uniform with the hoodie. She'd
Nice and
be a
warmed up.
handy pinch hitter to come in if they
Yes.
need her. She was one of Sturt's leading RBI hitters last year, so would be a welcome return when she eventually gets back in the lineup.
She's coming back from injury, so it'd be good to get her back in the lineup. She's, like you said, she's a very dangerous hitter.
She pinch hit against us on Wednesday night last week.
Oh, did you?
Oh, yeah?
Yes, unfortunately she's a little she got walked, but a bit frustrating as a pitch hitter. But
There you go.
it shows just how good she is in the box and how well she can pick her pitches.
Yeah, just the two at-bats so far in the season. Here's Sarah Tonkin, who takes off with a running bunch. She is quick. We saw that in the first inning, but a great play from Kaysler. Like a cat, jumps on that, fires it across to Burridge for the first out. But Kennedy aboard on second base and in scoring position. Here's the Sporty's Bar replay.
It's a great pick up by Lana and decided to go bare hand instead of going with her glove, stopping that
Very
little bit of
close
transfer.
play.
And that could have been literally the moment, the half step of her not getting Sarah out. And because, as we all know, Sarah's quite fast, but that's a great play by Lana there.
Here's Rachel Tonkin, who had a sacrifice bunt her first time up to bat. Now, I'd said it before, she's hitting 400 for the season.
Definitely she gets the ball in play very often.
So she's got the job ahead of her here this time round, because you rewind back to the first inning. It was Sarah Tonkin who reached for a lead off, and then sacrifice bunt, single to score. Carbon copy here, walk for the lead off, sacrifice bunt, second batter, and here's Tonkin.
Very good pitch by Talia there.
And if all else fails with Tonkin, you just got Belinda White in the batter's box.
And then Maddie.
Just
That's Maddie
casual,
Cameron, right?
casual Olympian coming up, and then another person who can absolutely slog it over a fence.
Yeah.
It's a
Really nice pitch.
Her changeup is one of the pitches she always goes to, and because it's so reliable and so good.
Yep, and she can hit any spot with it.
She covers it so well.
High ball, shallow outfield. In comes Luttrell, takes a good catch in the end. She had some momentum coming forward, so it was important to have control of that. Let's have a look here at Sporty's bar replay.
It's almost like that Bermuda Triangle.
Yeah.
You just got to absolutely bust it and just hope that someone will get there. And obviously she's called it out. You see the other two players back off and just let her come through.
And Kennedy couldn't go anywhere. That was too shallow for her. So she remains at 2, but Belinda White has been in this situation already in this game. And Kennedy's going to get an easy, safe, free base here at third on a pass ball. Just got away from Hood there. Might have
rare.
bounced in the soft dirt.
I was going to say, that is very, very unlikely to happen with Amber behind the plate, but as you said, it is quite rare. She's such a solid catcher behind the plate.
Grounds are looking beautiful tonight. Well done to everyone from Software Safe for keeping them nice and manicured. No, it's not an easy job, but together we can all make it better.
Vicky, you've just become one of my favourite players in the competition.
And tick.
I have to say, it's hard playing on a dry diamond or a hard diamond, but
Yeah.
it's difficult bounces and all that kind of stuff.
I'd rather play on a hard diamond than one that's really, really soft, and you just don't know what's going to happen.
Yes.
So
Just dies.
hit you on your toes, that's for sure.
And we all prefer to play on a diamond that's got just the right amount of moisture content and been freshly dragged and lined.
And the
And
lines, oh, it's beautiful.
yeah, you can tell whoever it was responsible for that's taken pride in their work.
Might there happen to be someone sitting at the table with us
That's
tonight?
the mystery of the broadcast, isn't it?
You'll never know.
Cameron, that's Belinda White. Puts it high in the air. Maddie Scott gets under it. Gets into a good position, nice and early, and is able to take a catch. So defence is the key here in this game here tonight. Sturt took full advantage in the first inning, and since then it's been a defensive arm wrestle. Here's Maddie Scott in the Sporties Bar replay. Tough catches to take, the ones that go high and out of the lights. Swirling around, Jess.
Yeah.
They're hard to read on the best of days, let alone when it's nearly 9 o'clock at night and there's a bit of a wind coming easterly.
It's so deceptive. It's hard when you're just watching a live stream. You think it's going to be very easy, but those just get away from you.
You can see the Barefoot Bowls fundraiser on the screen now. So if you're free, come along. We're going to be doing a fundraiser, $30, and there's a really good raffle and some Barbie food there. So come along. You'll be supporting the under-23s and the Open Women's, the Stars. So yeah, scan the QR code and come along.
I like it. Looks like there's a fancy dress competition there, Becky.
Oh, I don't know.
Sophie Oil leading off the inning here. We're the top of the fourth, flying through this game. We're about halfway through for time as well. So on this pace, we might get through 7, but you'd think that something's got to give in this game. Or can both teams' defence last?
Just got a message from someone. They're like, oh, we're currently at the Arca Bar and the live stream's up there. So
Oh, nice.
it's a nice little drop in there. Yep.
Just Becky and I, don't mind us just having a side conversation. We can see some activity in the Sturt bullpen. It's as Hoyle hits it hard and it bounces off the cleat of Rachel Tonkin, and West Torrens with the lead off aboard.
Seeing the red pen unfortunately come out from Marcy Trzynski there, but that's an incredibly hard hit and just skipped on Rachel there.
Yeah, she did hit it hard, didn't she? And just that last bounce just died and off the boot.
You probably wouldn't tickle on the foot either.
No, that, especially because it's quite fresh out here. That'd be nice and stingy.
We're all sitting here in our jumpers, rugged up
Yeah.
nice and warm, but out there that could sting quite well.
See what Tara Lord does here. None out. Runner on first.
Right for a ball for Tara Lord. Yeah, the bullpen for Sturt. Hard to see who it is because of the
Producer Brandon coming
Spacequake
through.
Sports. Just got a camera on the spot there. That's actually Lily Morris warming up for the Falcons. Not sure if I've seen her name on the stats sheet. She might be just back up in case Durham can't go the distance, and in support with Sally Adams will be watching from home in Port Pirie tonight.
That's a really nice pitch.
Beautiful pitch.
But you'd think probably only see her if West Torrens get on top of Durham.
It's always helpful to have someone there just in case, you know, something happens. Unfortunately, you know, injuries do occur, and I don't wish that upon anyone, but the last thing you would want to have happen is no one there to back you up.
Got to think of any situation, right?
Unfortunately, yeah, that's sport for you.
Ollie can throw a bit harder and, you know, take a bit of a risk with her pitches, knowing that, you know, if anything happens, she does have some backup.
Nice pitching from Durham. She gets her first strikeout of the night. Just hits it low in the zone. Let's have a look at the Sporties Bar replay. Tonkin just pushes to the outside edge, and perfect location for Durham, and that's the first out.
Great pitch there from Ollie. Abby Luttrell coming up, and it'll be interesting to see how if she makes any adjustments or how she goes after Ollie with this one.
Yeah, West Torrens left 4 on base tonight. They lost 1 in the double play. Runner on now already. They need to capitalise on their chances, otherwise Sturt could take some momentum into the bottom half of this 4th inning and apply some more offensive pressure. It's the name of the game. Just makes Weir work for this. She has to charge it, throw it on the run. Good enough to make the out. Great play over at third base from Abby Weir.
Third bases tonight making some excellent plays, and ones that, you know, could make and break a momentum shift and things like that.
Well, Talia Sutton now with the job to do to help herself out here. Run it on 2. Hits after the first one, hits some chalk, goes foul to the right side. If I recall, Talia Sutton has an extra base hit on the season. Hitting 286, handy effort for the teenage pitcher.
That's what you want to see in your 8 and 9 hitters as well. So they can have a good average and get on base. You've got 1, 2, 3, 4 coming up.
Fouls this one off, and we're safe here.
Nice little protection over us, just in case.
2 out, 0-2 count. So Durham in a good position here after allowing the lead-off to get on. Sutton stays alive, fouls it off.
Seeing Ollie really well, and he could be just missing it, but she's definitely not going to let Ollie blow one past her.
It's not going to be an easy out either.
Down low, 2 strikeouts in the inning. Almost to emulate Talia Sutton. The 2 strikeouts she got were back-to-back batters here in the top of the 4th inning. And we'll see on the Sporties Bar replay. She gets it down and away for another short inning, and denying West Torrens, who are sitting second on the table, if you don't mind. And also, if you don't mind, Brandon, can we talk about the Seacombe Club Day? You don't have any graphics. Well, leave it to me and Becky, because this Saturday, the Seacombe Softball Club Day, proudly supporting the Yellow Gate, a drop-in service for women and families in Adelaide's southern region. The Yellow Gate offers support around domestic, family and sexual violence, providing one-on-one counselling, group programs, legal guidance through the Women's Legal Service and health resources via Cedar Health. You can contact the Yellow Gate, 1300 564 164, via email or their website, and they're open Monday to Friday, 9:30 to 4:30 a.m. Now, just to show the power of this cause, Becky, you got none other than the Sports Minister, Katrine Hilliard, MP, member for Raynell, Minister for Child Protection, Women and DFSV Prevention, coming to throw the ceremonial first pitch.
Yeah, yep. It's going to be a really good game. We're facing the Hills. We haven't faced them yet. So it's going to be a good game. And, yeah, obviously a big name to throw the first pitch is just what we'd like.
Yeah, we love Katrine. She's been to many of our events, throwing the first pitch a couple of times. She's been to some of our awards nights. She was there when the Stars won that drought-breaking Gillies Shield, and huge supporter of softball, so we thank the Minister. Maddie Cameron leading the bottom of the 4th. What else you got, Becky?
Any score updates for 1 and 2?
I can do it all if you like. No, the last update we got was 5-0, so not sure if it's changed. Maddie Cameron just smokes one to centre fielders. My eyes are in my notes for the game on the backfield, but a good catch for Tara Lord. Take it away. Talk us through the Sporties Bar replay.
Maddie has absolutely sat on that pitch there and got great contact, but Tara Lord come across quite nicely, settled under, and
tracks that one well.
Tracked that incredibly well. Once again, as we've been mentioning all night, it's not easy in this wind.
Straps fouls that one off. The game on the backfield, Caudle had 5 strikeouts in the first 3 innings, standard. But the hits have been coming for both teams. Bastion and Hawkinson for Hills. Bastion with a triple against Caudle. High for a ball on Tash Straps, and for Walkerville, Roberts a triple. Mayer and Smith with doubles, and Georgia Mason with a single. So they're sharing their hits around, but Hills trailing by 5, and Caudle's ERA is under 1, so it's going to be tough for them to come back in that game, you'd think.
She's an amazing pitcher. I believe, Becky, you've faced her as well. She's dangerous in the circle.
Yeah, she's good. She's a force to be reckoned with. Be good when we can start facing her a bit more as well. I think we have Walkerville next Wednesday on Diamond 2, so it'll be good to face her there as well.
Sneaky suspicion we might have her soon too.
Well, they've got to buy this Saturday. Seacombe Tigers Club Day, Domestic Violence Awareness Round. Hills versus Seacombe's the Space Week Sports Game, 3 p.m. here on Diamond 1. Sturt versus West Torrens. They face off again. So back-to-back games against one another. Then they don't play each other till next year as Tash Straps just drills one to the left side. A single for the Sturt veteran. And the other game is Port versus Glenelg. Huge round of games.
Yeah, it'll be. This year's so tight that the weekend's games could change standings a lot, and even this game can changed everyone. I believe it's like 3 points separating tonight's teams alone.
It's been ridiculous all year. Walkerville have played an extra game. They're 3 points clear of West Torrens, so they'd be top if they'd played 7 or the 8 games. So they played 8, 5 wins and a draw, 11 points. West Torrens, Port Adelaide on 8, Seacombe, Glenelg on 6, Sturt on 5, Hills on 4. Scores remain the same. Sturt are all of a sudden 1 point out of second place.
Anyone's year this year.
Which, unfortunately for you, Becky, pushes you and Glenelg out of the 4. This one just ricochets off Maddie Scott. Power hitting from Ollie Durham.
Yeah, great shot from Ollie. Love seeing your young pitchers getting good shots.
Just rolled up the arm of Scott. The first couple of bounces stayed low, and then the surprise third bounce pops up, goes out to centre field, and
I believe the red pen came out for that one. But that's one of those plays. You never know as a shortstop. It could stay low. It could pop up on you.
Oh, good hold.
Yeah, you can't really help that as a shortstop. At the same time, you don't want to penalise the batter. So, for me, that could have been either way, I reckon. But 2 runners aboard for the Falcons. This is Ashlyn Mensforth, as she gets a nice piece to the right side. It's going to drop short of Luttrell. And there'll be loaded bases as Durham's quick slides in to 2. Tastraps had a pinch runner come in. That is Hannah 2. Hannah, get the married name right, James. Hannah Robson 2 now, the hyphenated surname, is now the runner for the Falcons. Loaded bases, timeout called, and both teams will have a chat. Here's a look at the Sporties Bar replay.
It's one of those plays, and Ollie's done the right thing and held up and realised that's going to drop. And as we mentioned, she's got speed of her own and managed to get over to second, sliding in and just beating the throw to Maddie Scott from Abby there.
Good call by Steve.
Yeah, part of the Gawler connection tonight. For those that didn't hear it earlier on in the game, there's at least 12 people involved in this game with a connection to the Gawler and District Softball Association. So, Gawler and District Softball Association Appreciation Night here.
Big shout out to you guys. I'm sure there'll be a few listening.
I was going to say, Steve was the one who taught me to umpire before I came down here.
I think you taught everyone to umpire, to be honest with you.
I was going to say, we've had like the Steve Wallace Yarra umpiring clinic for a while there.
Our state umpiring chief runs a brilliant Year 12 program as well for umpiring.
I actually did it. Got some SACE credits for it. You come and umpire the Sapsaza Softball Carnival, and so I got a bit of sun. It's a really good week, and I could not recommend it. It was fantastic.
I mean, how much better can you get a week off school and get SACE credits?
Exactly. And the weather was perfect when I did it, so you can't complain. I think you had to do 2 or 3 games a day, but Sapsaza, so it's a really good learning curve.
And once again, bringing in, players from all around the state and getting
it's
new
one of
players
a
in.
kind program as well. Like, we're so lucky to have it, and hopefully it continues into the future. So if you're an aspiring softballer and you want to get a week off school and get some SACE credits.
Yeah. I was going to say, being there was Umpires Appreciation last week, and
absolutely
nice to link in.
Oh, Abby Ware smashes this to the left side. It's going to go to the wall. This is going to score 3. 2 scores. Here's Durham. She's quick. She'll score.
So unfortunately, I think
Ashlyn
Mensforth may have tripped over the base or slipped, or something's come from underneath there, and
that was such a good shot by Abby.
That was hit so hard.
Mensforth just having a bit of a laugh. So we might see it on the Sporties Bar replays. Abby Ware has drilled this to the fence and all of a sudden broken this game open with Falcons leading by 3.
Really solid contact.
Nothing Caitlin could really do there at the field.
You can see the Sturt bench getting around it.
Yeah, I was to say they're happy and having a bit of a giggle over at third base still, and they're embarrassing, but you always laugh about it when you're on the bases too. I've unfortunately done that once or twice.
Yeah.
Well, West Torrens backs against the wall right here. What an inning from the Falcons. Cameron led off with a great shot but caught out at centre field. Seems like a long time ago. Tastrap single. Ollie Durham hit one hard through Maddie Scott. This one gets away. He's going to score a run. Hood's quick on it, but Mensforth slides in safely. That's the 3rd of the inning. They'll go up to a 4-0 lead. So the error from shortstop, followed up by an Ashton Mensforth single to the right side. 2 RBI, double from Abby Ware, and then this run scores as well as Amber Hood just got tangled up in the catcher's gear.
She'll have to be a bit careful catching. She's recently coming back from injury, I believe.
Yeah, just some soreness is my mail, but...
Okay. She's definitely missed in the few games she sat on the bench, but...
I believe Lana Kayser dropped behind the thing.
Yeah, she caught against us. Did a very good job, I must say. But she was a catcher in her day, so...
I was going to say, I used to pitch to Lana,
yeah.
so... yeah, definitely not riding a bike for Lance.
Just dusting the cobwebs off. Nice cut by Kennedy there.
I was going to say, she'll want to get another one in play, put the pressure on West Torrens here and see what happens. And, you know, it's something as simple as getting one on the grass and there's another run to be scored.
Pressure's on for the West Torrens defence here. Any ball in the dirt, you've got to hold the runner. And hopefully Kennedy can do something here. Work a bit of magic.
2-2 count, the 2 number 11s go at it here. The 9 hitter for Sturt. The lefty, Abby Kennedy, gets that ball into play. Maddie Scott just tied up again, and runner from third scores. It's now 5-0 in favour of Sturt, and Kennedy gets the job done. Get the ball in play.
See right there, get the ball in play. That's come up really quickly on Maddie, and unfortunately she couldn't get into her hand cleanly.
Well, a man Eric would say 7, 8, 9, get it done. That's how games are won. This inning, hit, error for batters 7, 8, 9. Line drive. Scott takes a catch, makes the double play. Just like that, with 1 out, 4 runs scored in the inning, leading by 5. And then an absolute missile to shortstop ends the inning.
Maddie would be coming back from, you know, unfortunately making the error, and she has absolutely sent that. That is a bullet.
It's a great heads-up play. Maddie knew straight away as soon as the ball was coming to her, she was going to fire out at 1-2.
It was beautiful work by Hoyle there, just to shorten the diamond a little bit, make that throw a little bit shorter, reaching out.
Producer Brandon just giving some... they paid for this? Promoting Neely Peterson.
Yes.
$50 an hour. Contact Neely 04613 11416. Are we allowed to give out personal numbers on a live stream?
Well, while we're
Brandon,
here, we'll shout out Reagan Diaz as well, doing some pitching, infielding, hitting, coaching. And so is Taylor Caudrell. She's doing some one-on-one coaching. So if you want to up your game, definitely go see these guys. They're absolute units.
I need to speak to someone about this. People pay good money to support.
In Whitney, yeah.
Yep.
Support this broadcast, and here we are advertising coaching.
All Tigers players too. That's what I like to see. There we go.
There he is. We've got some great imports coming in this year, and they're obviously supporting the local players as well.
What is happening?
Gobsmacked.
You're keeping on your toes, James.
Producer Brandon just coming up with the graphics tonight.
Keeping us all on our toes.
Putting Anthony Weatherstone under the bus here. I'm going to say thank you, Anthony. This is what the live stream needs.
Holt just lays down a running bunt. The loose ball goes up the right side. She thinks better of it and comes back to first. Running bunt, safely aboard. West Torrens now trying to make something happen. Abby Weir didn't do too much wrong, throwing it on the run, though, just over the top of the first base player. Let's have a look at Caton Holt.
That's a great bunt down the third baseline. Forced Abby to come up and throw on the run, which is never easy. Becky, you could probably attest to that as a former third base.
Yeah. They look great when they're pulled off, but they're hard to do, so... It's just unfortunate that Lana Kayser and a lot of the third bases make that look so easy, but I can tell you it's not. It definitely isn't.
Nope, I do not miss those at third base.
Maddie Scott in the box for the third time tonight.
Another player who can either drop it down that third baseline and hustle up the line, or as we mentioned before, can put it to the fence quite comfortably.
Maddie Scott comes to the plate. West Torrens have had the same amount of batters to the plate tonight as Sturt. Sturt is taking full toll of their opportunities, stringing hits together, and they're up 5-0 in this game. Caitlin Holt, single to start the third inning, single to start the fifth inning. 3 hits in total for West Torrens, 2 of them to the number 9 hitter.
Oh, Maddie's taking an absolute swing on that one. She'll want that. Might want that one back in a minute, but she's taken an absolute hack there. She's trying to get that out there. She wants to do this for her team.
Chased up a little bit tonight, hasn't she? Just on a couple of those power swings. So looks like she's sitting on a pitch here.
It's hard being a pitcher in this situation because, you know, no matter where you throw it, Maddie is going to absolutely battle and, you know, keep fouling them off until she gets her pitch or a walk, ultimately.
Crushes this up the middle. Back-to-back hits for West Torrens. They're both singles. Holt moves over to 2. As that one gets away from Maddie Cameron.
It's a great way on that one really nicely and just hit it straight through, and obviously Bell's just come up with that one quite cleanly. Brings up Amber Hood, who we know can do some damage and has done some damage tonight.
The new camera angle there.
Yeah, I saw that on the weekend.
Yeah.
It's a new initiative. An intern, I'm getting told, from producer Brandon.
Look at Steph. She's gone from commentary to bullpen catcher.
I was going to say, yeah, nothing she can't do.
Here's Amber Hood, fouls off the first one and goes behind 0-1. Runners at 1 and 2. West Torrens need to make a move. We're just over an hour and 5 minutes into this 90-minute game. Third time through the lineup for West Torrens. Ollie Durham getting the job done for the Falcons.
Really nice swing there by Amber.
There we go.
There she is.
The twice Cath Coral medalist, Steph Trzynski.
Play-by-play commentator, casually jumps in the bullpen catching.
Goes opposite field and Kennedy gets under it, gets a good read on it, and both Eagles players off the base, so they will stay put at first and second. Great defensive play and outcome for the Falcons.
Great work by Abby to get under that and hold the runners in their places, and we've seen both runners have got a lot of speed, but not probably the result that Amber wanted there.
Yeah, with no outs, wasn't that deep, but they're going to do a fake bunt steal third.
Oh, really nice
and
play.
Holt with the wheels just catches Sturt Falcons on the back foot there, and runners now at 2 and 3.
Lana squared up and obviously pulled the third baser down, and
A little bit of a hesitation by Sarah.
yeah.
Kaiser just jams a hit to centre field. Maddie Scott wants to take on the arm of Belinda White. Terry Lamery thinks differently, holds her up. Great throw from Belinda White, but Lana Kaiser will stand at 2. Maddie Scott safely to third, but West Torrens break the duck egg, and they are on the board. 5-1. Here's that Belinda White throw.
Makes it look so easy. Absolute fires that in on a one hop straight to Sarah there, and that's that little bleeder that unfortunately can't do a huge amount about. But Maddie thinking twice about taking on Bell's arm there.
Sparms player of the game tonight, Jess. Well, Lana Kaiser's been on all 3 times now. 2 hits, a walk, and an RBI. Yeah, double play, and but you probably have to look to the other side of the card for. Well, they're on 5-1 leading at the moment, and Sparms, new partner, never stop playing. What sort of a slogan is that? That's fantastic, isn't it? Just makes you want to go out, go onto the Sparms website and get your sun protection arm sleeve. And designed, lightweight, breathable and UV protective apparel trusted by elite athletes in sports like golf, cycling, archery and now softball. You can get your Spumps products from the Diamond Bar in the ASA canteen right here at West Beach. Come and try it out. Check it out. Emma Burridge, first pitch swinging. It goes high in the air and Sarah Tonkin talks out the third base player, Abby Weir, and 2 out now, and Sophie Hoyle now up to bat. Emma Burridge not happy with that.
No. Talking about Abby Weir, and she's had a great impact tonight. Obviously, blew the game open with that double there. But I'm really stumped tonight. I'm stumped tonight with who I might grab later.
Well, Sophie Hoyle now with 2 runners in scoring position with 2 out, and we're still 20 minutes to go. But West Torrens would want to take full toll right here. They've left at least 5 runners on base so far in this game. They don't want to leave another 2.
No, they'll be a little bit frustrated about that, I believe. These girls want the best, and they'll be frustrated that they've got some runners. But they have got 2 in scoring position, and, you know, 1 hit can change a game, as we saw earlier.
Both with wheels as well, so any ball to the outfield is going to be scoring 1, possibly 2.
And Hoyle is the batter that can do that. We know she has that fence power. She can also hit an alley very well and can put pressure on a fielding team quite easily.
High for a ball. Looking down at the scorecard, West Torrens have not been able to string 2 on bases together, not since the first inning where Kaiser had a single, Emma Burridge got on from an error. Ever since then, any time they've got a runner on base, Sturt have responded.
There we
Boyle
go.
hits one hard to
that's a great
the left side, and a good catch taken by Ashlyn Mensforth. And all smiles for the Falcons as they will go into the home half of the 5th inning. 5-1 leaders. Sophie Hoyle got a nice piece of it, but 2 runners left aboard for the Eagles yet again.
That was a dart.
I was just saying, that was an absolute bullet. Like, some of those you see might have a chance to drop, but she's hit that so solidly from the inside and turned on it really well. But unfortunately for Hoyle,
Ashlyn's just done a good job to read that.
Yeah, Ashlyn's done a really good job.
Still only 2 strikeouts for the game for Ollie Durham and the Falcons. It's absolutely fascinating to see that West Torrens have had 4 more batters in the game than Sturt, and yet Sturt leaved 5-1. What have you seen for us?
Well, I've just seen that Jess Ryder's now pitching. She's come into the game replacing Talia, so I haven't actually seen Jess pitch this year. So
3.5 ERA, so not too bad, and they're working well, quite well in tandem, these 2, in that they're sharing the load a little bit. And obviously West Torrens 4 wins for the season, 4 wins, 3 losses, but you know, to get those 4 wins early in the season, sitting second at the moment. Obviously that will change tonight if the score remains the same, but actually on runs against, they'll stay ahead of you, Jess. Port Adelaide,
Dang it.
8 points, 25 runs against. West Torrens currently 8 points, 24 runs against, with the 5 scored tonight, 19 before this game. But Port Adelaide will have a game in hand, as in
Yes.
you've played 7, this is West Torrens' 8th. So
Yeah.
it's tight at the top.
It is very tight at the top. It's anyone's season, and I know I've said that a few times tonight, but anyone's season, it's great to have such a season where it's spread between so many teams as well.
Here's the 2-hitter for Sturt Falcons, Rachel Tonkin. Very impressive season with the numbers. 400 on the year. She's laid down a sacrifice bunt. Had a hit, but was caught by the right fielder earlier tonight, and will lead things off here in the bottom of the 5th. There's still about 12 more minutes before no new inning, so West Torrens might still think they're in with a chance here if they can have a quick inning.
Yeah, never say die. We've seen that a few times, and it's definitely a moment where you have to just keep fighting and not think about the time and just go through the steps. And you never know, they could extend it.
hit straight back to Ryder. It comes off the shin. Kaiser has it go, but it'll go down as a single to Rachel Tonkin. So we might get a short little timeout. No, Jess Ryder's all right. Let's have a look at the Sorties Bar replay. I hate that.
I hate those. I hated those things. Which they come straight back at you. Nothing you can do about them, but you either get your leg in the way of it or they go out to centre field. So, look, it probably didn't.
Way to come in.
It's a good way to come in, but Lana's quick on that and picking her up and still trying to make the play. Brings up Belle White.
Flight out today. And
Single, RBI single in the first, and a pop-up to shortstop to end the third inning. Talia, here's a look at the Sporties Bar replay, just bang off that left shin. And
Feel
I'm
that.
sure she'll have a bruise for a couple of days, Jess Ryder.
They do not tickle at all.
Just being careful to Belinda White, starting off with a 2-0 count. Just for Talia Sutton, 4 innings of work, only gave up 4 hits, 2 walks, had 2 strikeouts, but gave up the 5 runs, and that is because the Falcons were able to string a few together in the 4th inning to score 4. Nice hitting from the 7 and 8 in the order. Ashlyn Mensforth with a single, Abby Weir 2 RBI double.
So it's a pretty spread out game today, but it'll be interesting to see how this last innings goes. Just coming in and absolutely attacking the zone, and the very few times that I have played against Jess, she's definitely not someone who's going to shy away from pitching to batters as well.
it's 2 really good pitches from Jess there, Belle.
Great pitches
Now
there.
she's in a full count.
Just come back.
Yep. See what she throws now.
With the runner on 1.
Well, Jess Ryder went 3-0 and then came back with 3 strikes in a row. Just bang, bang, bang. She whipped them in. It had a little bit of pace on this one.
Up in the zone, and Belle knew that her reaction said that all.
It looked like it dipped right at the end as well. A high drop's always a tough pitch to hit, and that's her first strikeout. Interesting start for Ryder. She had a line drive straight back into the shin, and then she strikes out Olympian.
Saying, like, Jess is one of those pitchers, she just chugs away and makes you really work for, like, every swing and every at-bat.
She pitches mostly their B grade.
Just jams Cameron, and Maddie Scott wants the lead runner, and Tonkin doesn't slide. She almost slowed down a little bit. You could see the play coming, and Maddie Cameron is safely aboard at first. The lead runner forced out. Arkabar Sporties Bar replay.
It's a great play by Maddie. Knew that she wanted to get that first runner and kept the runner technically at first.
Straps gets after this one. Kaiser gets under it, but it will go foul.
I was going to say, we started on time. We started on time tonight?
Yeah, I'll say so, and which would mean 7 minutes before no new inning, 12 minutes of regulation time, which means that West Torrens get one more out. They'll get another go as Cameron will advance to 2. This one just getting away from Hood. Yeah, so 7 minutes to make another out. If you're West Torrens, you don't want to give up any more, which will give you one last chance at Durham and the Falcons to score 4 to tie it. But then, right to reply, the home team, Sturt Falcons, will always have the last opportunity to bat. We won't see them bat again if they are leading at the end of regulation time.
One of those things about softball, it's not over until that last pitch is thrown.
Straps fouls this one off. It's a 2-2 count. We've got no balls left. Played umpire Toby Sadler. Just fetches one from the crowd. It's been pretty good for his first Premier League game.
Premier League debut behind the plate. Oh.
He commentated a game before he umpired in the Premier League, believe it or not. Didn't have much to say. Straps crushes it, foul. Gee, that was in her wheelhouse. She liked it. There's Toby on screen.
Super nice, lovely to talk to as well. Had him behind me at first a few times, and good to see him behind the plate.
Made the move with his partner from Melbourne this year. Put in a fair bit of time at the Waverley Softball Association. Saw the light and moved west.
Fortunately, went to a colder diamonds.
Straps just off the glove. Scott's got a chance here, and it's over the head of Hoyle, who was anchored on the base. Maddie Cameron's going to score. Oh, lots happening there. Is it just deflects off the glove of Kaiser? Scott on the backhand.
Now we got Riley Moore coming in for a pinch hit.
It's a great effort by Lana there. She's laid out for that, and Maddie's taking a shot at getting the out at one and almost got it.
Gee, that's a strong arm. If she's on the backhand side, great piece of the ball from Straps.
Good angle.
Cameron just didn't. Oh, well, she did hold up. There you go. She was running hard to get to third safely, and Hoyle couldn't get to that one. Cameron scores at 6-1. The margin goes back out to 5.
We've got Riley Moore coming in for a pinch hit for Ollie Durham.
I was going to say, as we mentioned before, Riley coming back from an injury.
Yep.
So good to see her back in the game, and definitely someone not to underestimate. She can send a ball flying.
Yep. Durham had a good piece last time, just forced the error from the shortstop with a hard hit ball up the middle, but Coach Adams just going to her bench. Riley Moore's only had the 2 plate appearances this year, perhaps with a 5-run lead and running short on time here. Good opportunity to swing a change as she hits the ball hard, but Burridge up to the challenge. Throws it in the dirt just to make it a little more difficult for Hoyle, as she's had a big inning for the Eagles, and Burridge does well here to make us go for a 6th and final inning.
It's a great entry from Riley coming in. It's a second pitch, I believe. Hits a really nice hard ground ball to second base, and kudos to the field for making a good play. But that's what you want.
It's all ahead of West Torrens here as we go into the 6th inning. Batters 6, 7, 8 due up. They're chasing 5, so 6 to take the lead, but unlikely at the moment as Durham's re-entered back in the game, and she'll finish what she started. 2 strikeouts on the night, but she's only given up 5 hits, 3 of them coming last inning, none of them 2 in a row. Just really getting the job done for the Falcons. So, 3 outs away from 3 wins from their last 4 games, I think.
I believe so. Sounds about right.
Actually, I'm well off.
Oh, really?
2 wins from their last 3 games, but they've been in everything. Like they dropped the first game 7-3 to Port, but they never seemed out of it. 3-3 draw against Walkerville, who are currently sitting top, and then the second time they played them 3-4 down, and so they lost that one by 1. They beat Seacombe 3-1. Had just on Hills Heat Club round, Hills just were on fire. They won that 5-0, so in their only shutout of the year, Sturt dropped that game 8-4 winners over Port Adelaide last Wednesday night, and then 5-4 down to Glenelg on the weekend. So they've had a really tough run, but tight games as well. So their position on the ladder, 6th with 2 wins, just not doing them justice with their efforts that they've put in, as Tara Lord gets a nice piece of the ball and gives West Torrens the start they needed here in the top of the 6th with a single. Here's a look at the Sporties Bar replay.
She's come up really nicely, gone on the inside pitch and just punched it into the outfield, and that's all you can ask for. And, continuous singles will score runs.
Becky, this will be the last inning. We're about 84 minutes in, and Sturt with the advantage of batting last. What help have you got for Jess in the Sparms player of the game?
I think I do think Lana's had a really good game. She's just played really well.
Ground ball to Weir, who could be in contention for Sparms Player of the Game, and she fires it across to Straps for the first out.
And otherwise I'd probably be saying Abby Ware. She's been on fire, you know. Really good young talent coming up, and she's proving herself more and more every game.
She's had 3 plays in the field.
I was going to say she's definitely held that third base. She was definitely who I'm considering, and she's had that 2 RBI double, and she's made a good double play as well, and she's holding it down at third base there.
Just rider up to bat. Tara Lord on second. 1 out, so down to their last 2 outs here. West Torrens is just off the edge of the glove from Durham, but she recovers in time, so no luck for West Torrens tonight as Durham able to get enough of that to knock it down, recover. Tara Lord moves over to third. There is now 2 out. Caitlin Holt up to bat. Well, this player here, Caitlin Holt, with 2 hits already for the night, could be in contention for Sparms Player of the Game if she could get another green stat next to her name.
Say, is that damage that the number 9 player can make? So, it'll be interesting what she does here.
Down to their last out. 1-1 count as well. So, Maddie Scott will await in the on-deck circle. She's had a walk and a single tonight. Holt goes right side. Under it is Abby Kennedy, and that will be it. The Sturt Falcons a resounding 6-1 win over second on the table, West Torrens Eagles. And here's the Sporties Bar replay.
Really nice piece there. She did well to get good contact, but Abby Kennedy getting the job done at right field. She's a really reliable glove out there, and she looked comfortable as soon as it came off the bat.
Ollie Durham, great game from the young pitcher. Mentioned it just before, only the 2 strikeouts from her 6th inning of work, but just able to get the job done for her team. Jess Maslin is out there. She's awaiting the handshakes from the 2 teams, and she'll grab the Sparms Player of the Game. And Sparms is the sun protection arm sleeves. What are you going to go with? Are you going to go with the double sleeve, or are you going to go with the single sleeve when you get your first Sparms?
I'm definitely a double sleeves kind of girl. I can't have one tan arm, one not tan arm.
Well, they are UV protective as well. So lightweight, breathable, UV protective apparel, trusted by elite athletes in golf, cycling, archery, and now softball. Come and get your Sparms range from the Diamond Bar and the ASA K&A.
Sounds perfect, really, for a summer sport. Anything that involves being out in the sun, go and give Sparms a flick of a message and get yourself some sun protection.
Becky, you got a big game, 3 p.m. this Saturday, Seacombe Tigers Club Day. You face the Hills Heat. It is the Seacombe Club round supporting Yellow Gate, drop-in service for women and families in the Adelaide Southern region. Yellow Gate offers support around domestic, family and sexual violence, providing one-on-one counselling, group programs, legal guidance through the Women's Legal Service, and health resources via Cedar Health. We are awaiting Jess Maslam and the Sparms Player of the Game. So all the best for you on Saturday, Becky, you and the Seacombe Tigers and your club round. We can hand it over in just a moment to Jess Maslam. She's got our Sparms Player of the Game. Thanks a lot, Jess, and congratulations to Abby Ware, our first Spalms player of the game. She gets a Spalms voucher, and that 6-1 win for the Falcons leapfrogs them from 6th into 4th place, 1 point behind West Torrens and Port Adelaide, pushing Seacombe down into 5th. Glenelg will drop down to 6th, just 1 point behind the Sturt Falcons. They face each other on Saturday as well.
Yeah, it's going to be a very good game. I'm interested to see how that goes. And then, obviously, next week we've got Hills versus West Torrens. Is it? Am I right?
On the Spacequakes broadcast.
Yeah,
yes,
we've got a few good games coming up, and it'll be great to see the results for them.
Well, thank you so much for. I've been told by producer Brendan to just check my notes, and I just want to say a quick shout out to producer Brendan's grandfather Kevin on his 79th birthday today. Happy birthday, Kevin! Our most important message of the night, and you've just sent it through. You weren't an afterthought, Kevin. Producer Brandon is all smiles at the moment. Listen, thanks so much for joining us tonight, Becky and Jess. Brilliant game, great calling to you two. Best of luck this Saturday in your games, and to you and your club, Becky, for the domestic violence awareness round, Seacombe Tigers Club round. We'll see you play the Hills Heat this Saturday, 3 p.m. right here on Spacequake Sports. But tonight it was the Falcons soaring higher than the Eagles, 6 runs to 1 victors.